Hi everyone. So I thought I'd just hop on and do a little video while I'm waiting to go into a training session for a job that I do. And I wanted to talk to you about something, as I've just been listening to Mel Robbins on YouTube as I was driving, and she was talking about the topic for the video was nobody is coming for you, or something like that. Nobody's coming for you, I think is what it's called. And she said, what comes to mind when you hear that? And I thought, nobody's coming to save me. And I'll go into a little bit more of what that brought up for me as I was driving, and I got a little bit teary about it. But she was talking about like times when we really want to do something in our lives, yet we just can't bring ourselves to do it. We procrastinate. We're not motivated to do it ourselves. We sit around and hope that something comes, or if we've got like goals and desires and dreams and things that we want to get to, but we just can't seem to get there. And especially in the spiritual community and personal development community, because you hear all these things about our manifestation and manifesting things that we want in our lives, and some people just say to just sit around and wait for it, and think positively and feel into all the feelings and just kind of surrender, let it go to the universe, and it will just kind of drop on your lap. But we all know that if that was the case, like, a lot more people would be rich, a lot more people would be living their best lives, if that was, if we just all we had to do was think positively and it would just fall on our laps. So obviously there is an element of you need to take action, but I know in my own life that that's not always easy. You're not always most confident. You tell yourselves all these stories that you can't do things, you give up hope, your mental health gets in the way, things in life get in the way, and it just halts you. And sometimes we can get ourselves in a really low state that we just can't do anything, and we just kind of just like wallow and then think, oh, do you know what, I'm just going to give up, and then hopefully it will just, like say, land on my lap, or someone will come and help me, someone will come along, someone will pay off on my debts, or bring me the perfect opportunity because I'm thinking positively, or doing all the right things, I'm healing myself and all of that, right? But sometimes that is not true, and a lot of the time it isn't true. What I realised as I was driving, and I got a bit teary about it, was it brought back a memory, and it still gets me. It brought back a memory of when I was younger, and there was a lot of things going on in my household that I couldn't cope with. I did kind of write about this in my story in the book that I've recently shared, that's been published, Rise, an anthology of women's stories. If you want to know more about that, you can find it on my Instagram, or if I am posting this on Facebook, I'm not sure if I will yet, but if I am, then I have got some posts about it. So if you want to read that book, it's got loads of different amazing stories from people who have overcome difficulties, women should I say, who've overcome difficulties and just empowered themselves. Anyway, I digress. I talk about it in the book that I went through a lot of like difficulties as I was growing up, and one of the moments I remember is I wrote a letter. This is a bit sort of deep and very, I don't know why I'm sharing it, but I wrote a letter to I think probably my mum, I'm not sure, might have been mum and stepdad, just saying that I'm running away. I'd had enough. I was running away from it all, and I didn't actually run away. I hid under my bed, and I hid under my bed for hours. All right, this sounds really bad, doesn't it? But I thought I'd just share, be honest with you, and just because it brought this up for me as I was driving. I hid under my bed for hours, and either my mum was just kind of in her own world, dealing with her own stuff, cooking or cleaning or whatever, and just didn't think about it. She knows I spend a lot of time in my room anyway, or I don't know, like just didn't think to come and check on me. But I stayed there under my bed for hours, and nobody came up, nobody read the letter. Next minute I know, mum was going, it's dinner time. And me being me, I know it's, well, in a way it's not funny, is it? But I don't know, I kind of have to laugh about it now. But me being me, with food, starving obviously, was like, oh, sod it, I just give up. Nobody's coming to help me, nobody's coming to save me, nobody is coming to fix this. So I went down and had my dinner. Though obviously there was a part of me in there that just felt a bit hopeless, a bit like, oh, you know, upset, like nobody noticed me, nobody's coming to save me. But it just brought that back, and I just thought, sometimes we just have to do things ourselves. Sometimes we have to start the process. And what Mel was talking about was that, you know, you have to do what you've got to do. You take the first step, and sometimes that involves asking for help. So what I could have done is I could have spoken to my mum, and I could have told her what was going on for me, and I could have asked for her support instead of just writing a letter and hoping that she'd come. Do you know what I mean? When she didn't know, she didn't have any idea what I was going through. People aren't mind readers. So just remember that, you know, if you are wanting some support, if you're wanting to get somewhere, you have to start the ball rolling. And that could be as little as just speaking to someone. It could be as little as just kind of applying for the job, or going on a dating site, or just like starting to call debt companies or whatever to sort out your debt. And then the rest is up to whoever else, you know, wants to help you. There's professionals that can help you, friends that can help you, the universe that can help you, but you have to make that first move. So I felt it was quite important to talk to. I was a little bit deep there as well, but you know me. It's now 911. It's 911, who I used to listen to as a kid quite a lot, that band. But yeah, I'm gonna go and have my training, and yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Bye.